and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those were revolutionary ideas. Those were ideas at the very formation of this country for most of the history of humanity. People were told rights come from government. This experiment in freedom that we have together, it lasts only as long as we understand our rights don't come from government, they come from God. Conservatives understand that. The second critical thing conservatives understand is government isn't the solution, government is the problem. Reagan rightly observed the 10 scariest words in the English language are, "I'm from the government, I'm here to help you." That usually means grab your wallet. And I will note a cynical friend of mine once observed, First Amendment should have ended after the 5th word, Congress shall make no law. But understanding that government is the problem, that whatever ails us, we shouldn't go to Washington to provide it to control our lives. You know, Jefferson said the Constitution is chains to bind the mischief of government. The third critical principle that conservatives understand is that economic growth is foundational to everything. And growth doesn't come from government, growth comes from small businesses all across the United States of America. There's a reason why people all over the country are moving to Texas, because we understand that when you get the boot of the government off the backs of small businesses, that jobs and economic growth take off. We understand that if you want to unleash historic, record-shedding growth, that we need to repeal every word of Obamacare. That we need to pass a simple flat tax and abolish the IRS. You want to know how to tell if someone's a conservative, you can listen very, very carefully. If they stand in front of you and say, "This is what government's going to do for you," they ain't a conservative. If they instead talk about, "This is how we're going to keep government out of your way so that you can achieve the aim," that means you're a conservative. The fourth critical principle that conservatives understand is we have got to protect and follow the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. We've seen for 7 years lawlessness, a president that disregards the law, that ignores the Constitution. Last I checked, the Bill of Rights wasn't a bill of suggestions. You know, it has become unfashionable to defend religious liberty. It has become inconsistent with Hollywood's norms to stand for the rights of Catholic school teachers, to stand for the rights of Orthodox Jews, to stand for the rights of the faithful who are following their beliefs. Let me tell you, this country was founded by people fleeing religious oppression, and we will always, always, always stand and defend our right to live according to our faith and our conscience. The Second Amendment is not a suggestion. It doesn't say whatever restrictions Washington thinks are a good idea to take away your ability to defend yourself, they can do that. What it says is the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The 10th Amendment, or as President Obama calls it, the what? The basic protection that says the powers not given to the federal government are reserved to the states and to the people. And what that means, real simple, from the people of the state of Texas, is the federal government needs to leave us the heck alone. Secure the borders, deliver the mail, and keep us safe. That's it. And you know, yesterday we saw a manifestation of how bad this has gone. Yesterday, Barack Obama issued a decree. Now let me stop there. How many of y'all have read your Constitution? Tell me, where in the Constitution does it say the President can issue decrees? There is no decree clause to the Constitution. The President issued a decree to every public school in America demanding that they change their bathroom policies. Demanding that every public school now allow grown men and boys into the little girl's bathroom. We have entered the world of politically correct lunacy. And there is nothing in the Constitution that gives the President the power to be the bathroom police for this country. This is an embodiment of just how off track we've gotten, that the President believes he could decree to every public school in America, I, Barack Obama, am in charge of bathroom policies in your elementary school. Let me tell you what we need. We need a strong conservative president who will repeal Common Core and abolish the Department of Education. And then fifth, conservatives understand peace through strength. That weakness and appeasement doesn't work, that we've got to stand unshakably with our allies, especially the nation of Israel. That we must utterly destroy radical Islamic terrorism. That we cannot send our fighting men and women into combat with rules of engagement that tie their hands behind their backs, that prevent them from fighting and winning. And let me say to every soldier and sailor and airman and Marine, to every police officer and firefighter and first responder, we need and deserve a president who will have your back. Now, some are asking, what now? You know, what I want to say to each of you is I want to encourage each of you to have hope. I don't know what the future will hold. But I want to encourage each of you to have hope. I'll tell you where I'm going to focus my energies. Number one, every principle that we fought for in the presidential campaign, jobs and freedom and security, I intend to fight just as tenaciously for those principles in the United States Senate. Y'all have entrusted me with an incredible responsibility, an incredible blessing, which is to represent 27 million Texans in the United States Senate, and each and every day I will continue to get up and fight for you. And number two, what our campaign saw is it sparked a movement. A movement across Texas, a movement across America of millions and millions of freedom-loving patriots. And that movement is far more important than any one campaign. It's far more important than any one candidate. I don't know what the future will hold. We may face some challenging days ahead. We may face growing challenges going ahead. But I am convinced that movement, the men and women gathered here, will be the remnant, will be the core of pulling this country back from the abyss. So I am going to devote my time, my energy to helping you, to speaking for you, to energizing and mobilizing and inspiring we the people, this movement that believes in common sense conservative principles. Live within your means. Don't bankrupt our kids and grandkids. Follow the Constitution. And for those who are discouraged, let me simply say this: truth will prevail. From the first day of the dawn of our republic, God's blessings has been on the United States of America, and I am convinced with all of my soul, God is not done with America yet. And just as it has been in every battle for decade after decade after decade, in this battle to pull America back from the abyss, to bring us back to that shining city on the hill, Texans will lead the way. And so I close the way I opened, simply to saying to each of you, it is an unbelievable privilege to have been in the foxhole with you, to have taken the slings and arrows alongside you, the bonds that are formed in battle, battle for principles, fighting for values more important than yourself, values for our kids and grandkids. Those bonds are lifelong bonds, and I am eternally grateful for the opportunity to stand with each and every one of you and to fight for the greatest nation on the face of the earth, that shining city on a hill that together we will restore. Thank you, and God bless you.